Emily's Army, written by the Berry Truck and re-narrated by Wingstriker 3801. Being a passenger engine, Emily never took much notice of goods yards. Each morning, she'd bring her coaches to the station, then puff off with passengers in tow. Today, however, she had quite a commotion. Harry, the Ironworks diesel, was collecting trucks of scrap bound for the smelters. He clattered around, shoving the trucks roughly.
Go on, get moving.
He rumbled. The trucks were crossed. They slipped their brakes on, and Harry came to a halt. He growled as the trucks tittered with laughter. They come quietly with a gentler touch, Emily advised, trying to be helpful.
Ha!
Snorted Harry.
I'm not taking tips from an antique like you. I bet you've never so much as coupled to a truck before.
Well, I'm a passenger engine, said Emily, but...
Ha! You look more like a penny farthing than a passenger engine.
Harry interrupted.
Just you tool off with those bird boxes you call coaches and leave the real work to real engines.
With a roar, Harry dragged the screeching trucks away. Emily was furious. I'd sure like to show that diesel a thing or two, she scowled. If only I could. Yes, that's exactly what I'll do. The next morning, Emily arrived early in the hours. Scrap trucks were scattered all around the sidings. She gently buffered up to one. Hey, what's going on? Groused a truck. You're not our engine. Well, I saw how that diesel was treating you yesterday, smiled Emily. And I thought you'd like to know how a real engine takes care of trucks. Emily pushed the truck gently forward. It was taken quite aback and staying silent. She brought it carefully to a halt, its buffers nudging those of the truck behind it. Right then, said Emily. Let's get the rest of you sorted. Now, Emily isn't as strong as the other engines. The trucks were loaded with heavy rusted steel, and she had to work hard to get them moving. At last, tired but pleased, Emily had the train ready. When Harry arrived, he was speechless. A gentler touch seems to do it this time, but what do I know? I'm not a real engine, winked Emily as she left to find her coaches. Harry was furious. He banged into the trucks as he backed down. Who is this horrid, oily thing? They cried. We want Emily. Harry ignored them. But the next few days were awful. The trucks gave him more trouble than ever. They only wanted to be pulled and shunted by Emily. It didn't take long for Harry to hatch a scheme of his own.
Hey, I was wrong.
He said when he saw Emily next.
You are a proper engine, and I have much to learn.
Emily smiled triumphantly.
Do you think you could take these trucks to the scrapyard? They don't want me anymore. They're like your own little army. Please show me how you do it.
Why, of course, smirked Emily. I'll show you how to handle them. Perhaps if Emily hadn't been conceited, she might have remembered she wasn't built for goods trains. The trucks were pleased with her. And when the guard's whistle blew, she tried to move forward. Her big wheels had trouble gripping the rails, and the trucks were even heavier than ever. At last, she began to move slowly out of the station. Must be my lucky day, smirked Harry. I'll get trucks of scrap and an engine to take to the smelters. Out on the main line, Emily was not enjoying herself. It was hard work to keep the train moving. The trucks were behaving well, and even beginning to sing. Emily's Army, here to stay. Emily's Army, on our way. This made Emily smile, and she puffed determinedly onwards. Just when she thought it was becoming easier, the line started to slope downwards. She felt the weight of the trucks on her buffers, and the train picked up speed. "Ooh!" she cried. Her wheels couldn't get a proper grip, and her brakes weren't strong enough to hold the trucks. "Stop! Stop!" she wailed, and that's when it happened. "Hold back! Hold back!" called the trucks. Much to her surprise, Emily found herself slowing down. The trucks had slipped their brakes on, bringing the train back under control. At last, the line grew level, and the train came to a halt. The driver inspected Emily. "A valiant effort, old girl," he said, "but it was too much for your brakes, and, well, I'm afraid we'll have to call for help." Soon, Burger arrived. He left Emily at the works, then took the trucks on to the smelters. Sir Topham Hatt came to see her. "Emily, I know you're eager to be useful, but you should have known a train like that was beyond your capabilities." "I am sorry, sir," she sighed. "I just wanted to show Harry a thing or two." The yard manager has told me all about that," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "He was quite impressed with your shunting. You may not be able to pull heavy trains, but I know how your expertise can be put to good use." When Emily returned from the works, she felt better than ever. Her brakes were stronger, and her bra shone brightly in the sun. The passengers were thrilled to have her back, and even the trucks cheered when they saw her. And Harry? Well, Emily did show him a thing or two. Sir Topham Hatt made sure of it. He was confined to the yard under the orders not to leave until he had learnt Emily's ways of shunting. Needless to say, the topic of real engines never came up again.